Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you this 2020 Nissan Maxima at night. So basically I'm going to show you the headlights, taillights, and the interior lighting of this 2020 Nissan Maxima. So coming to the front of the Maxima was redesigned for 2019 and the 2020 model year is the same. And coming to the daytime running lights, are super bright, and I really like the cool design of the daytime running light. They look really good, and they're actually pretty bright, and I really like the cool design of the daytime running light. But I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the low beam so you guys see the low beam. Then I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the high beam and then the hazards, and show you the rest of the car. So I just turned on the low beam. The low beam is sitting in a reflectors. There is 8 reflectors in this housing, but only 6 of them turn on. The low beam has 4 reflectors and the high beam has 2 reflectors. And I really like the design of the headlight. It looks really nice. So let me go ahead and turn on the high beam and show you how the high beam looks like. Alright, so I just turned on the high beam. The high beam is next to the low beam, and everything is basically reflectors inside this housing. It's really hard to see, but the low beam, 4 reflectors on the left, and the 2 inner reflectors are going to be for the high beam. And I really like the cool design of the headlight. Just looks really good, and I like the fact that everything is LED up front here, and I like the fact everything is actually sitting in reflectors. It just gives the car a really nice look. So I just turned on the fog lights, and the fog lights are very nice and bright. I like the fact that everything is LED up front, and I like the fact that when you turn on the fog lights, there's actually a good amount of light on the ground right in front of the car. So I just turned on turn signals, and the turn signals are LED as well. I really like the design of the turn signals. They look really nice, and they're actually very bright from far away. But coming to the side of the headlight, there is a small side marker right here, which is very good. And probably that's the only light that is not LED in the Maxima, or at least in the front of the Maxima. And on the mirror, they're going to be LED turn signal indicators. So this is the daytime running light, and the daytime running light turns on when you turn on the car. This is the low beam with fog lights. This is the low beam with no fog lights. And then this is the high beam, and you could see the high beam actually goes all the way up there by the trees. The back of the Maxima, I really like the cool taillight design. I like the fact that this nice LED strip is nice and bright. Up top here, they're going to be the turn signal indicators, and then right underneath it is going to be the brake light, and then inside right here, that's where the reverse light is. And then coming to the side, there's going to be a side marker right here, and then in the bottom there's going to be another small side marker light, which is really nice. And coming to the license plate lights, I wish they were LED, but they're not LED. They're just a normal yellow halogen light. But overall, it looks really nice back here. To the trunk of the Maxima, there's a good amount of light everywhere. The light is a normal yellow light located on the left side of the trunk, and that's why there's not too much light on the right side of the trunk, but there is a good amount of light covering everywhere. Coming to the door, there's going to be a red light on the bottom of the door, and it's shining red and yellow at the same time. And the only reason that there is a tiny bit of yellow with that red light is because that right underneath this red light there is another light that is yellow halogen light, and that's why there is this yellow red mixture shining on the ground. Before going in the Maxima, there is a Footwell Light that this Maxima has, and the lights in the Maxima are actually very nice and bright. There's a good amount on the steering wheel, and there's a good amount where the front of the seat is. But let me hop inside and show you the rest of the lights in this Maxima. Inside the Maxima, it looks really nice in here. I really like the fact that everything is mostly backlit, and I like this nice orange light. It just looks really nice. Coming to the window switches and door controls, only the front two windows are backlit. The back two window switches are not backlit. I'm not exactly sure why Nissan does that. Coming right here, everything is nice and backlit. There is a good amount of light. And then in the bottom right there, you will see the trunk release, and then the heated seats, and then Nissan's Pro Shield Assist. Then up top here, you will have the brightness control, trip reset, and this is the brightest brightness right now. And if you actually bring it all the way down, it will basically turn off everything except the screen. And basically everything turns off except the screen. And that's basically the off position. And probably I would keep it around 75%. But everything looks really nice. I really like the interior of the Maxima. Coming to the gauges are nice and backlit, very easy to read at night, and everything has a good amount of light. Coming to the steering wheel will have all the buttons backlit, which is very good. And coming to the right, you will have the cruise control and Bluetooth control buttons backlit, which is very good. And the screen, all the buttons on the screen are actually backlit, and everything just looks really good. Coming down to the climate control, the climate controls are nice and backlit and actually very easy to read and understand. And of course, in the bottom, you will have your start stop button, and then gear shifter in the bottom right here. And then coming here, you will have a knob that will control a couple things on the screen. And then you will have the traction control, sport button. Everything is nice and backlit. And then you will have the heated seats. Bad thing about the heated seats is that you really can't see if you have the ventilated seats or the heated seats turned on. But turning the knob to the right, this is heated seats, and turning it to the left, this is cold seats. But I'm not sure why Nissan doesn't label them so people see it at night to see if the heated seats or the cold seats are on. But of course, you could tell by sitting on the seat. Coming up here, you will have a small light that will project some light on the middle console so you see at night when it's really dark. But coming right here, you will have nice LED lights. And I like the fact that the lights are LED up front here. And there's actually a good amount of lights inside the Maxima. Most of the light is actually shining on the seat right here, and there's a good amount of light shining on the ground. So I really like that. And there's a good amount shining on the steering wheel, which is very good. So coming to the door, there's going to be a window button that is nice and backlit. I'm not exactly sure why the front door does not have a backlit button for the two back windows. But coming inside the Maxima, the amount of light back here is very good. I'm not exactly sure why Nissan did not put LED in the back. The two front lights are only LED, but there is a good amount of light back here, which is very, very good. And the lights are actually located on the side of the interior, since this one has panoramic sunroof. And coming inside here, you will have a USB and USB-C, and both of them are nice and backlit. And the interior of this Maxima looks really nice at night, and I really like the fact that it's nice and bright. Guys, that's it for this video. I hope you guys liked this night video of this 2020 Nissan Maxima. I would like to thank David and Hart Nissan for providing me this beautiful 2020 Nissan Maxima. If you guys are interested, I'm gonna go ahead and put their link in the description. And if you guys would like to see more videos like this, please subscribe. And as always, I'll see you next time.